We're tinkering again at Tinker Club. It's Leigh-Anne Nugent and
Micah Adler.
welcome. We've got a couple of things we wanted to show you. We are tinkering on our businesses. And so let's take it away first. Micah, what are
O-
you working on?
Okay, straight into the tinkering. Yeah, so like usual, I've been tinkering, and actually, there was a bunch of stuff. Always there's a bunch of stuff happening, but lately, the rage is the browser. And the browser is important because so everybody talks about like agents and what agents can do, and but you need like an internet connection, and you need them to do something within a browser that you're working on. The issue is the browser itself. If you have an agent which is connected to, say, an MCP server, which we had talked about previously, which basically allows you to control other applications, it becomes more difficult because for example, OpenAI or Quad don't have access to the browser, so they don't own the browser. So what everybody is saying now is that, oh, okay, in order to have access to different applications, like the agent, in order to do, like basically have ChatGPT or Claude or whatever it may be, do everything for you, you need that agent to have access to the browser. And almost they need to be able to control the browser. So what I'm showing you now is a one of the new several different types of browsers that are available. And the one that I signed up for, and it was free in beta. So like whenever I see a beta, I like sign up. And that was
Yeah.
about 2 or 3 months ago. And
Okay.
then they sent me a invite. So then I downloaded it, and here it is. So basically what this is based on is a Chrome application. So it's a Chrome environment.
Okay.
Chromium can be used for different types of browsers. So they based it on that. And then what this does is, here, I'll show you. So this is the first page. Like you can open it. Works just like Chrome, basically, has similar attributes, but you can ask questions. So this is more, it's a built-in ChatGPT type thing. So where should I go today? I am located in Toronto. Just a quick example, Toronto. Here. So this is just like a ChatGPT thing. It can do look at the internet, do all that kind of stuff. And it will give you information. It's actually connected to, I believe, ChatGPT 4. But what's really interesting is, like, for example, if I go to Yelp, right?
Yep.
So if I go to Yelp and then like I'm looking at restaurants, and then I look for not Boston, let's say the current location, and we'll allow it.
Mhm.
So I want to get Korean food. So within this, I can actually speak. So this is the chat interface. I can speak to this page
Hmm.
or
Cool.
any page that's up here.
Hmm.
So, for example, what should I eat today? Is you can open. So instead of going through all the listings, it will look at what's here and basically tell me what would be good to eat, for example. But where it gets really nice is like if you're looking at, I think, um, I want to show you LinkedIn, but I don't want to. 1 second, I'm just
Yep.
gonna stop presenting. Just don't want to show. make
Okay.
sure everything
Yep.
like that's the and everything. But here, okay.
Yep.
So that's better. So if we go here and then I show you the LinkedIn, and then I say, okay, do you know, give me an example of somebody you know, just anybody.
I don't know. Do my business partner, Lisa.
No, I'm connected to her, so that's no good.
Oh, someone that I don't know.
No,
Richard
honestly,
Branson.
Richard, was it Brent? Is that how you spell
Yeah,
it?
there.
Okay,
Founder
yeah.
of Virgin.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is Richard Branson, right?
Yeah.
And give you an example. So I'm gonna connect with Richard Branson.
Okay.
Um, oh man, in order to connect with him, I actually need. He's too
Oh, I
famous.
see.
Here, let's pick somebody else a little bit less famous. James Newton. This is just like completely. I don't know who this would be. It's just like
Okay.
somebody I don't know. Whatever.
Okay.
So then, if it's James or Jim Newton, and then to connect, then I would. You usually you have to add a note. So if I
Yeah, I
add a
like adding a
note,
note. Yeah.
so in here to add the note, and it's going to be able to
Oh,
reference it.
interesting.
So can you add a note to Jim Newton, which is a quick intro with 300 characters? So it's difficult to continuously do this. So then if I go like that, then I was like, hi Jim, I came across the progress, I like to connect, da, 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 da.
Hmm,
And then basically what you can do is you can insert it
that's nice. Yeah. Okay.
and then send, but you
Right.
can take context from other
Websites
tabs as well.
or
So
tabs.
like
Oh, okay.
if I had my documents open
Hmm,
and then I wanted to take content from, or even let's say here, anyone can fundraise, right? And I want to go back to here and I want to redo this, but can you actually reference at, and then my website when creating Lean Co. So then basically we'll reference that and then say what I do. So then it will say optimize systems and fundraising with AI powered solutions. So
hmm.
it updated it with that information. So
Okay.
so you could have like Word documents, all the like information, you could have your PDF, you could have all that kind of thing and ask it to reference it. And then you would be able to really quickly add sort of information into LinkedIn.
Okay.
So
That's
this
cool.
looks good. The next step would be obviously would be to send it for me. So can you just connect and then send the note and do everything for me? And that's not there, but it's coming. So
Hmm,
that kind of next step is coming in terms of this basically doing everything, logging in, ordering an Uber, et cetera, et cetera. So that's where it's going. But anyway, so then there's this, which is called Dia browser,
yeah.
and then which is useful for sure. Then Perplexity, right?
Yep.
So Perplexity has their browser, which is called Comet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is it, again, it's the same type of idea, but it does more. So it's more powerful. The issue with me like using Perplexity and Comet is
Okay.
that it's $200 because there's a pro account.
Got
Right.
it.
I'm not going to spend that for basically it does the same stuff as Dia, but does a little bit more. So there's a comment for Perplexity, which does a lot of really cool stuff. And a lot of people are downloading this. And then the last one I was going to show is Warm Wind. This is a very new sort of browser type environment, Warm Wind.
Okay.
And it's only in beta, and I signed up for the beta to join the wait list. And this is crazy. It does everything for you. So
Mm.
can you create a document? So you will create a document inside Word or inside Gmail or inside Google Sheets, and it will do stuff for you inside the actual application. So these are agents that are doing stuff for you autonomously. And the example that they showed, and I'm probably not going to be able to show you the video, is that they're even able to interface with like bespoke systems,
Oh, wow.
which is crazy. So like basically there's training. So I can do a couple steps, say, hey, I did these steps. Can you do those steps in the future? And it will be able to do it. So there's a video here, and basically you can't hear anything, right? You-
No, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like,
Oh, kind of. Yeah.
this is the kind of stuff that it's done.
Warm window. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy, like, the amount of stuff that it can actually do for you.
Join our wait list.
Yeah.
All right,
So
joining.
so Wormland is very interesting. It's actually a German company. It's a startup, and it came out, like, I would say 2 or 3 weeks ago. So, very interesting way of doing it.
Okay,
So
so I just signed.
yeah,
What's interesting about Dia, I looked it up in Edge. So just it was the first browser that I tried it. I couldn't find it. But then when I tried it in Chrome, I was able to access it.
yeah,
So I guess because it's so I downloaded Dia and I tried to sign up for it, but yeah, it's saying that my email address is not valid.
yeah, so Dia is in beta, so you have to sign up for the beta first,
That's what I did.
and then you have to receive a confirmation. Once you receive the confirmation, then you can put in your valid email address and it
Got
will
it.
allow you to
So
use
that's what's happening. I have not received said validation.
it. You are about as fast as I am. You just
Yeah,
get it, download, start,
exactly.
which is
All right. So I'm going to just finish my registration for Warm Wind and let's see
yeah.
how that looks. Okay. So we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, I don't know if Foreman is gonna come out really quickly. It is this is it seems to me this is almost like the end goal where you're using N8N and you're using
Mm,
sticky servers. Basically, what this is saying is if you're logged in, then you'll have access to whatever you're logged in, and its agents will be able to do stuff for you.
mhm.
If I'm already logged into, for example, Google Sheets, and I want to create a Google Sheet that has all kinds of formulas or whatever, it will do it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, you know, then maybe you'll be basically your assistant who can do everything,
Mhm.
which is it's super powerful, but there's no evidence I've seen other than their video that this actually works.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Dia, I tested it out, so it works. Perplexity, I'm not willing to pay
Yeah. I get it.
$200. So
Yeah.
that's the browser wars. OpenAI is going to come out with a browser, they say, that
Yes. I heard them say that. Yes.
is going to blow everybody out of the water, and Google should be afraid. And the reality is, everybody's moving at such a crazy pace that I think anything is possible. So I don't know. But
I think that's true. Yeah.
so those are
Yeah.
the browsers. The other thing I was going to quickly talk about is Apollo. So
Okay.
I've been struggling sending out emails because
Mm.
need to send out emails to do business development, to get more clients, to do all that kind of stuff. And like my goal has been 50 emails per week. Oh no, per day. And
Yikes.
it's just it's all consuming and it's
Yeah.
very difficult. And to do it manually, it's taking me 2 hours to do 20. And that's just not working. And I'll never get to 50. So then basically I thought through different types of scenarios. I could use N8N where you can do workflows. You can use MCP servers where you can ask Claude to send you emails, do stuff for you, and that works pretty well. But I thought I came to this one where I can do it all within Apollo IO. So Apollo IO basically has tons of contact information and it consolidates that. It offers you very sparse but easy to use connected Gmail application resources. So you can do that. You can send Gmail out and basically you have the people, you have the companies, you have lists. It has all the information that I would need. Create
Mhm.
the lists of people, find
Mhm.
people, create the lists of people, and then send them out. And then you can have a template like a CRM that you would have an email template.
Mm.
And yeah, you would just send it out. There's this thing called sequences where you can send these out to the sequence. And then, like, you can create a template like this. And then the template would be sent out. So there's this kind of,
Mhm.
and it sends it out. So it's pretty quick to just send. And you could theoretically automate things so it's just sending it by itself, but I don't want to do that at this point.
Mhm.
I don't want something just like sending things out on my behalf that I don't know it's going out. So that's not cool.
It's interesting that Apollo has its own CRM.
It does. It's very minimal,
Okay.
but the reality is I don't need something that's super, super complex.
That's true.
And as long as I can track what I'm doing, have follow ups on those individuals, and not email more than one person that I emailed previously.
That's fair.
Yeah. So I had to do a little bit of prep to make sure that like my Gmail was connected and everything was good and secure. But beyond that, I'm pretty satisfied with Apollo IO right now in terms of being able to meet my goal.
So so you added Apollo as a Chrome extension?
Like, yeah, like
Okay.
they had one. It said
Yeah.
I had
Well, I'm adding it now, of course, as I do. As you're doing it, I'm installing it because I want to check it out. So there it is. It hangs off. So then you can add it to your LinkedIn. Gotcha. Cool. Neat.
yeah. So you can theoretically, like, if you're like searching through LinkedIn and you find people you like, you can add them to lists, then which like subsequently adds them to sequences, and then you
Mhm.
basically send them an email and keep track of them.
Got it. Okay. So I've got a trial
Yeah. Trial.
for 14 days, and there is a free option, right?
Yeah.
Find leads, manage pipelines, close deals, 100 credits per user per month. Basic, 59 bucks. Interesting. Oh, and then you can do the CRM integrations with the next basic plan for $59 a month.
Yeah.
And then if you do the professional, you've got all of us on a dialer. Mm.
Yeah. And the reality is, like, for me so far, I've just been using the free plan and it's been fine. Like I've been able
Yeah.
to find emails and stuff like that. It should
Mhm.
find up to, I don't know, it's like 1,000 emails. So it works pretty well for a month. I've not had any issues. But if I want the email to go out and everything to work within one place, then I'm going to do the lowest level plan,
Uh,
which should be enough for me to
That would
one.
be enough for me too.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause-
the US dialer and I don't need the
yeah.
dialer thing,
Yeah.
but the sequences I like to really what I would sign the basic one for would be to enrich my CRM, my existing CRM.
Yeah. And then what I would do is I would test it out, like we always say, test it out for a month. Don't sign up
Yeah,
a year trial or whatever it
right.
be,
Right.
and just make sure it works because I'm still like figuring it out is pretty quick, but it's not like HubSpot is easier than this for sure.
Oh
Sales
yeah.
Salesforce is much easier for me
Mhm.
because I know Salesforce, but it's just a little bit it's simple, but like a little bit confusing because they're not really
Yeah.
experienced in making CRMs.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's good piece of advice because one of the things that I've been looking to do is just improve the processes.
Yeah.
And so what are you committing to? So yes, okay, fine. You can get the bright and shiny new tool that's out there. But if you're not willing to commit to the process around maintaining that new system, putting in the data that you need to put in order to get the experience that you're looking for, you're not going to get the results that you want. So no system is going to solve all your problems. It's really the discipline and the process that surround it. And really, if that's the case, you might as well be better off with just like using your Google Suite and your Excel spreadsheets and your notebooks, whatever, right? Just commit to the process and be rigorous in the practice of just the process. Really, it's the process. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And I think on top of that, like the process itself has to be simple. So if it's too simple and it's manual and it's gonna kill you as you like continue on through that process, then it's just very difficult and it's not sustainable. But
Yeah.
if you can somewhat automate it with the least amount of pay or cost, then that's the way I would go. So that's the
I
way
think
I'm
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that totally.
So that's it.
All right. Okay. So, from my perspective, I've been just tinkering with some client deliverables. One of them, and mostly Salesforce right now. We are working with a field service customer who's had issues with files in the past. So, in the field service business, in the field service world, you are capturing a lot of photos out in the field, a lot of before and after, but mostly at least after, just proof that if a machine is leaking, it's not leaking anymore, right? So proof that you fixed it and it was fixed as of this date and time. So we did a file purge and clean up so that we're not in overage territory anymore. And now we're in the second phase where we are looking at Sharon Picks. So Sharon Picks is an app exchange product that has been out in the ecosystem for years, tried and true, a product that I finally have had my hands on for the first time and have been recommending them for years and have never actually implemented it. So here I am implementing it. And we're in the process of going through what does implementing it in prod look like versus sandbox and what does the end-to-end experience look like. So just been doing some troubleshooting between the environments, works really well. But the mobile piece, I'm still trying to figure out how come I'm not seeing the flow as seamlessly as I'm used or at least the demos show you. So just working with support on that and their support team is great. So I can advocate for the product as a not just the product itself, but the support system that surrounds it to ensure success. So that's been pretty good. They've been excellent. Really, the bottleneck has been me and my availability. Yeah, they've been really responsive. The second piece that we've been working on is the nonprofit space. the concept of creating a gift receipt has been a little bit of a pain for us. And from what I've been learning with you, Micah, so thank you for all of your guidance here. There is a document generator capability in Salesforce. However, is it going to meet the requirements of the Canadian Revenue Agency? We are not, we are doubtful, right? So we've gone through this path multiple times before, and it puts the organization at risk to lose their license if the receipts aren't generated perfectly. So my goal is to get this document generation tool set up to show this organization, yes, it is true. We can only take these documents so far, and show them why we would recommend either using a donations platform. Since this is a Canadian based organization, they wanted to go with a Canadian based donations firm. So they are working with Zephy, and we're thinking maybe with Zapier, we would move some data back and forth between Zephy and Salesforce to help create some sales receipts or gift receipts on a manual basis.
Oh, so fun.
It's so fun. So it's so I'm not able to show the progress of these two things yet. I did just get some incredible information on how to download. So I didn't realize that it's a package that you have to download in Salesforce. I thought it was a provisioning thing that they would have to turn on. So we do have to download the package. Did you realize that? I thought that it was something else, and I was scared that it was more for the nonprofit cloud, nonprofit pack that used to exist, but because we're on nonprofit cloud, I didn't realize we had to download another package. Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, and I think downloading it is not a it's not a bad thing anyway. It can be used
Uh-huh.
for other capabilities. But right now, the nonprofit cloud is based on the enterprise package. So there's nothing like specific like it was for MPSB. You needed to download certain different types of modules and stuff.
Okay, great. Yeah. So the tinkering continues for some customers of ours, and we're thrilled to be able to just keep moving the ball forward, right? And so part of the tinkering process too is we want to move fast, but we don't want to move so fast that we forget what we did to set it up. So, doing it a few times is important. Recording and documenting as you build is also important. This is something that you have to hand over to someone to maintain. So, documenting as you build, I think, is a really good way to just solidify what your solution is that you're building. That way it can be maintained in a clean fashion. So it's not meant to be, we'd like it to be perfect to start, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to go back and you're going to iterate. So if you're not documenting what was built before, going back to iterate might be a challenge for whoever's picking up the baton from you. So highly recommend best practice, be rigorous in your documentation, especially when you're building for a client in a that intends to be a production ready solution. Documenting as you build is just a helpful practice to make sure that you're m- moving quickly, but also sustainably. So that's where
Perfect.
I'm at right now. Documentation. Barf. It's not fun, but it's totally required. All right. Any other closing remarks for the group?
Nope. I think
Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm going to do one more thing.
okay.
The power of community. I know that you're definitely involved with the AI Collective and other groups out there. I had a tech girly walk with the Toast group on, was it Saturday or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I'm not sure. It sometime this weekend. It was yesterday. My husband is my, he remembers everything for me. So it was yesterday. And and then they are having a meetup on Thursday. So definitely sign up for these communities. I think now that we're all moving towards back to the office, we're trying to create these communities and build our shared experiences with each other. Getting out there more often is the way to go. We're just coming off of Tech Week. So we had a whole week of a lot of things to do, and we had a week or two of downtime. Keep getting out there. And I just want to advocate for the power of community because learning from others is definitely the way to go. So, anyway, that's it.
Agreed.
All right. So, I'll talk to you later and have fun tinkering.